Hey, matcha lovers! Rejoice! Today we are going to indulge in a creamy, vibrant green and utterly delicious no-bake matcha cheesecake that's perfect for warm weather or anytime you want a refreshing dessert. We are bringing the delicate flavors of Japan into our kitchen with a no-bake matcha cheesecake, layered with rich and light matcha cream and topped with sweet Azuki wrapping paste. This recipe will not only capture the essence of matcha, but also add the playful sweetness of meringue bees and the tart freshness of raspberries. Traditional cheesecakes can be a bit of nuisance to make. They require a lot of preparation time, baking, and sometimes even water bath. And let's be honest, who has the time for that? Not to mention the risk of cracking, overcooking, or undercooking is a lot of pressure. But what if I told you there's a way to make a cheesecake that's just as creamy and delicious without the hassle of baking? That's right, a no-bake cheesecake that's simply perfect. And today we are going to make one with a unique twist, the addition of Azuki wrapping paste with matcha cheesecake. Let's get started on this journey of flavor. First step, let's prepare the biscuit base. Melt 30 grams of unsalted butter until it's silky smooth, or alternatively, you can use microwave. Set it aside. Now let's begin with the foundation, our cheesecake biscuit base. Take 70 grams of digestive biscuit, place them in a Ziploc bag, and crush them into fine crumbs using a rolling pin. Use this traditional method to do the crumbs, or alternatively, you can use a food processor to do the crush of all these digestive biscuits. Once the biscuits are crushed, open the bag and pour the melted butter into the Ziploc bag. Seal the Ziploc bag and roughly crush it again with the rolling pin. While crushing, if you're new here, why not subscribe to my channels and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipes. Once the digestive biscuits are fully combined with the melted butter, press the mixture evenly into the bottom of our cake mold. Today we're going to use 8 inches of cheesecake mold. Scoop out of our delicious digestive base crumbs that will give your cheesecake a firm, buttery base. Use the back of a spoon or your fingers or the cup to press the crumbs evenly into the bottom of the cake mold. Make sure that you apply a certain pressure to make sure that you press the crumb firmly and surely. Place it in the fridge to chill while we work on the matcha layers right now. This is to ensure the biscuit base well set. To make this matcha no-bake cheesecake, you will need few essential ingredients like biscuit, unsalted butter, cream cheese, granulated sugar, matcha powder, heavy cream, yogurt, and of course, whisk and spatula. Next step is to create the rich matcha layer. To give it a firm, creamy texture, we start by soaking 3 grams of gelatin sheets in ice water bath for 5 minutes. Gelatin sheets are a key ingredient in many desserts. To use them, you will need to cut them into pieces and soak them in ice water. Using a pair of kitchen scissors, carefully cut the gelatin sheets into smaller pieces. This will help them dissolve more quickly in the liquid. In the meantime, measure 100 ml of fresh cream in a pot and warm it up until it reaches 50 to 60 Celsius, or you can use microwave to do that. Once it reaches 50 to 60 Celsius warm, pour it into the clean bowl. Now squeeze it off all the water from the gelatin. Squeezing out the excess water ensures a smooth and silky consistency. If excess water is left in the gelatin sheet, it can result in a gritty texture in our no-bake cheesecake. Gently stir the softened gelatin into the warm cream until it dissolves completely by using the fork. Make sure you can't see any traces of the gelatin sheet anymore. In a separate clean bowl, beat 100 grams of softened cream cheese until smooth. Cream cheese is a versatile ingredient that can be used in a variety of recipes. To soften cream cheese, we can also use a spatula to do that. Use a spatula to scrape the cream cheese against the side of the bowl and fold it over itself. This will help to soften the cream cheese and make it smooth. Once the cream cheese is softened, now add in 10 grams of finely shifted matcha powder. Use a similar motion and method and mix the green tea matcha powder into the cream cheese. Next, add in 35 grams of caster sugar. Mix well until the matcha is fully blended and the cheese is lump-free. Once the matcha powder is fully incorporated, now we combine the warm gelatin cream mixture into our matcha cheese. To create a smooth and creamy matcha filling for the cheesecake, we will need to gently combine the warm cream with the cream cheese and matcha powder. It takes time, yes, be patient. Use a spatula to gently fold the warm cream into the cream cheese mixture. Once the cream cheese mixture is well combined, switch to a whisk. Whisk the mixture vigorously for a few minutes until it becomes light and airy. This will help to incorporate more air into the mixture and create a lighter texture. Now add in 10 grams of lemon juice to add a touch of brightness. Once everything is smooth and creamy, pour this rich matcha filling over the biscuit base. Refrigerate for about an hour, letting this layer set and deepen in flavor. While waiting for a rich matcha layer to be set, now let's move on to our second layer, the light matcha filling. We repeat the process, soaking another 3 grams of gelatin in ice water for 5 minutes. Similar to steps before, warm up 100 ml of fresh cream to 50 to 60 Celsius. Dissolve the softened gelatin and remove all the excess water from the gelatin and include into the warm cream. Dissolve fully the softened gelatin into the cream and set it aside. To keep this layer lighter, we combine 100 grams of cream cheese, 5 grams of matcha green tea powder. Shift into the cream cheese. Add in 25 grams of caster sugar. Similar to rich matcha layer, do the same thing and make sure that you use spatula method to mix all together. The key is to blend until smooth without any graininess. So to whisk to do the beating easier. Now pour in the dissolved gelatin cream mixture and fold gently until everything is beautifully combined. Keep whisking and I will fast forward for you. Whisk, whisk, whisk and really train my hand muscle. Of course, you can replace it with a handheld electric mixer to do this job. Last ingredient is to add 50 grams of plant-grade yogurt for a gentle tang. Do the final mix and make sure you fold it everything beautifully combined and no lumps, light and creamy texture. Take out our cheesecake from the fridge and now it's time for us to pour this lighter matcha layer over the set bottom layer, creating a beautiful contrast. Pro tip here is after pouring the top layer of matcha filling onto the chilled bottom layer, use a bench scraper to smooth the surface. This will ensure a clean and even finish. are finished. Now chill in the fridge for another 1 to 2 hours or leave overnight for the best texture for our no-bake matcha cheesecake. Good night, cheesecake. The next day, the cheesecake in the fridge is set beautifully. Let's unmold the cheesecake. Unmolding a cheesecake can sometimes be tricky, but with few simple techniques you can do it without any trouble. Use a hot towel running around the springform cake mold. Run hot towel over the outside of the springform pan for few minutes. This will loosen the cheesecake from the sides of the pan. Another pro tips here is to put a canned food underneath the springform cake before removing that. Gently tapping it on the counter, this vibration can help to loosen the cheesecake easily. Once the cheesecake has been warmed, it will be easily remove the springform cake mold. Now, the most difficult part is to remove the cheesecake from the springform base. Whew, what a relief! I can barely contain my excitement. The vibrant green color is just stunning, and I know the first bite is going to be absolutely divine. Now let's decorate our matcha cheesecake. Begin by adding the fresh raspberry on top of the green tea matcha cheesecake. Look at the colors. How awesome are they? This beautiful raspberry, just like a red beehive for all those little mini meringue cookies, which is ready-made and you can purchase from the store from Coles, and it's a adorable bees meringue cookies. Such a touch of playfulness for the whole cake. This no-bake matcha cheesecake is a game changer for anyone who loves matcha green tea, cheesecakes, or just desserts in general. It's easy, it's delicious, and it's sure to impress. So go ahead, give it a try, and let me know how it turned out. The moment of truth has finally arrived. Let's taste it. The texture is creamy, the matcha flavor is pronounced but not overpowering, and the Azuki wrapping paste adds a delightful subtle nutty note to the whole no-bake matcha green tea cheesecake. What's your favorite cheesecake flavor? Do you have any questions about this recipe? Let me know in the comments below. Let's recap my recipe, or you can go to hankery.com for printout recipe. Make sure to check out my dessert cake playlist album, or click on the next video, which is fluffy Sophie Japanese cheesecake recipe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipe. See you next week.